Well, hello folks, it's Jamil Sweat for Gunstock Reviews. We're here in Phoenix, Arizona at the law offices of Tim Forshee. How you doing, Tim?
I'm great, Neil. Good to see you again.
Well, Tim, I got a question for you.
All right.
And it's, of course, is a legal term that is thrown around everywhere and is used positively on our side and negatively on the other side, is stand your ground.
Okay.
What the heck does that mean?
Well, most people's knowledge of stand your ground laws stems back to the George Zimmerman Trayvon Martin incident back in Florida, in Sanford, Florida. There's a great deal of misinformation out there that really lays at the altar of the media. This is something that was really messed up during the Zimmerman Trayvon Martin case. There's this implication in this country, and a lot of it had to do with the furor over South Carolina's stand your ground law at that time and Florida's, that there's something racial about stand your ground laws, that there's some sort of racial bias or something like that. And I've read every article, I've looked at every video, I've read every book, and I simply do not understand the argument that there's some sort of racial bias with regard to the stand your ground concept. The stand your ground concept legally is actually quite simple. It simply says this: if you have a stand your ground statute in your state, as Arizona does, it simply says that you are not required to retreat before you can legally use lethal force. It's not required. Now, I would say I'm glad we have that law. And why would I say I'm glad we have that law? Because it sort of contradicts the way I'm going to explain this. I'm a big fan of retreat. The best gunfight one can ever possibly have is the gunfight that one never has. If you can avoid it at nearly all cost. And the only cost that I'm willing to pay to not avoid it is my life or the life of someone I care about. Anything else, humiliation, money, a dented car, I will not get in a fight. I will run, I will leave the scene, I will call the authorities as soon as it's safe to do so, but I want to avoid force at almost every cost. And so my number one plan is almost always apologize. My number two plan is run, retreat. We call it the Nike defense, and it works surprisingly well the vast majority of the time, even for a guy my size. A bit of adrenaline on board, and I can move a lot faster than you would think. And I don't have to outrun the bear, I only have to outrun you. And that's the way I look at it. So the Nike defense is a great thing. So why do I think that stand your ground laws are good if I'm in favor of retreating? Because I'm not in favor of being forced to retreat. Example, somebody who has severe cerebral palsy. They're confined to a wheelchair. 6 gentlemen with knives are threatening their life. For those people that think that the stand your ground law is evil or racist, I would like you to explain to me how many revolutions in reverse you feel that his wheelchair wheels should make before he's allowed to draw his gun and defend himself from those 6 guys who are trying to kill him. It's an absurd argument. You shouldn't ever have to retreat. It's always number one choice if it's doable, but it just clouds the issue and makes me think about other things at the moment of truth when I've got to save my life. Run if you can, but you shouldn't be required to run. So that's what the stand your ground law actually means. And again, it's kind of a non-issue if you think about it, because I'm not saying that you should be moving forwards or moving backwards when you use lethal force. The fact is, I don't care if you're moving backwards or forwards. The only time you should use lethal force is if you're in fear for a human life imminently and reasonably. And if so, then get to doing what you got to do to survive. And if not, once again, why are we having this conversation?
Well, Tim, that's a great answer. Again, yet another answer you've given me that teaches me, because there's a lot of things that I didn't know. I mean, I knew the stand your ground was a thing, but yeah, I mean, you're correct. The best way to win in a gunfight is never to get into one.
Amen.
We cannot, let our egos and our, having a bad day at home to ruin the rest of our lives.
That's right.
Like, again, you make that decision, make it responsible. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Please stay healthy, be safe, and have fun at the range.
Thank you for watching Gunstock Reviews. Please visit our website at www.gunstockreviews.com for more exclusive content. Please visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/gunstockreviews. Your contributions would be greatly appreciated and help us grow our selections and frequency of videos.